It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day.
Hello, neighbors. It's a beautiful day in our Carolina Arbors neighborhood. Savannah, my rescue dog, and I are sitting here enjoying this beautiful weather. I adopted Savannah about 5 years ago from Saving Grace Dog Rescue in Wake Forest. She's about 6 or 7 years old now. She's a shepherd mix, and she's the love of my life. Did you know that according to the ASPCA, between 3 and 4 million dogs go into rescue organizations annually? And although canine euthanasia rates have been declining, still about 1.3 million dogs are euthanized every year. About half of all these euthanizations occur in 5 states, and unfortunately, North Carolina is one of them. Happily, dogs like Savannah are increasingly being rescued. About 1.6 million rescue dogs are adopted from shelters every year. Well, that brings me to one of the reasons that I love living in Carolina Arbors. This is a very dog-friendly community. Many of the dogs who live here were adopted from rescues. So won't you join me as we walk around our Carolina Arbors neighborhood and visit with some of these lucky dogs and your kind neighbors who have made them a part of their family. Let's go. Let's go on our walk now, Savannah. This is going to be a very special interview because we have 2 rescue dogs who live in the same family. Frank, can you tell us a little bit about Darcy?
This is Darcy. We got her about 6.5 years ago from Saving Grace. And the surprise was when she wasn't very well behaved and she wasn't listening. It turns out she was deaf. So we didn't know what to do, but we got a hold of a training group, sit means sit, and they took her off for 2 weeks. Completely disappeared. When she came back, she was a different dog. She had a buzz collar, but she had learned some sign language. So we could train her to sit. She comes if you wave to her. So there's a few good commands. And all in all, she was fine. She's pretty rowdy at times, but she's been good, and she hasn't grown much. This has been about full size for her. 4 years later, we found out that Fiona, the other one here, was born and was going to be abandoned, was being fostered, and she was going to be given to Saving Grace.
Yeah.
And we brought her in. But they've both been great. Turned out to be great pets after we figured out she was deaf.
Hi, this is Lark. We adopted her from a rescue organization. She's about 2.5 years old. We think she is an English pointer hound mix. We got her because she has a really, really sweet disposition. She loves people, she loves dogs, and she has a distinctive quality. And that is, she is the second fastest dog in the Carolina Arbors Dog Park after the Greyhound. She's very, very fast.
Hello, Jack. Hello, Micah. Jack, will you tell us a little bit about Micah?
Sure. Micah will be about 6 years old come this December. We got him from Saving Grace in Wake Forest. The previous dog we had to Micah was a Black Lab mix, which is the same thing that Micah is. Micah likes other dogs, likes a lot of people. One thing I wanted to mention was that Micah is a certified therapy dog, so we had to take a written test every 2 years. You have to take a written test, and you also take a test where the dog has to perform certain exercises. And the hardest one being walking by food on the floor, which the dog knows the food is there and he has to ignore the food and just listen to what you're telling him to do.
Let's see if Rosalie and Frank and Annie are home. Hello, Rosalie. Hello, Frank.
Hello.
Hello, Annie. Could you please tell us a little bit about Annie?
Yeah, we got her in
Annie.
Taos, New Mexico from a dog rescue found there. We had lived in New Mexico at one time, and we lived in the mountains. I loved to hike, and I thought hiking would be a lot more fun with a dog. So we called our vet that lived right down the road from us, and I said, I want the perfect dog. And she said, we all do. She said, where you'll find a good dog would be at this rescue shelter in Taos. So we went over, found her, and it was love at first sight. We've had 6 dogs since in 57 years. And I tell you, she's the smartest and the best behaved of any dog we've ever had. She's part pit bull. She's a red heeler and probably some hound. Red heelers are pretty popular out there because they herd sheep and also herd cattle.
Addie is 5 years old. We got her in 2017, and we got her because we had lost our other dog to a tragic accident, and she was to help us recover, and now she's the love of our life. Our criteria was female, small, not black, and hopefully non-shedding, and she meets all that criteria. She is a West Highland Terrier Poodle mix, or Westie Poo, and we love her.
Good. Bang.
Here we are back home. Thank you for joining me in our walk through the neighborhood. If you're thinking about adding a dog to your family, please consider a rescue. If you're not in a position to adopt, but you'd like to help out, there are several things you could do. You could volunteer your time, or provide financial support, or make other donations. Please visit the websites of the rescue organizations to find out what their greatest needs are. Here's a list of some of these organizations in the Triangle area.